Listen, sweetheart, getting older doesn't mean getting smaller. It means getting sharper about what earns your time, your money, and your beautiful energy. After 70, some things simply don't make sense anymore. They're heavy, they're fussy, they steal mornings, and they don't pay rent and joy. Today we're going to put them on notice and replace them with calm, useful rituals that make your days lighter. I'm not your doctor or your lawyer. I'm the wise friend who loves you enough to say, that can go. Use common sense, adapt to your life and your body, and take what fits. Here's the first win you can feel before the kettle hums: stop treating mornings like a test you can fail. That doesn't make sense after 70. Trade the pressure for a tiny runway you can actually do. Light on your face for 2 minutes. Water in sips. 3 slow breaths with shoulders back. 10 wall pushes while the kettle heats. 1 breakfast that never fights you: eggs, yogurt with berries, or warm oats with a spoon of peanut butter. Then choose 1 task to finish by 10 a.m. and do it first. If that already loosens your shoulders, tap like and subscribe. More tiny wins ahead. It doesn't make sense to save your best for guests. That china, those towels, that pretty perfume, the sweater that makes your skin look like afternoon light, use them on a Tuesday for you. The guest is already here, she woke up in your bed. Here's the secret: objects absorb your rules. If you tell the good things they're only for special, your ordinary days never get a vote. Put 1 best within reach: the soft towel where the scratchy one lived, the nice mug by the kettle, the perfume near your scarf. Lovely is a vitamin, take it daily. It doesn't make sense to carry your life on one shoulder. Heavy purses, tote bags as big as toddlers, and shopping sacks that pull you sideways are balance bullies. Trade 1 big for 2 small, or wear a crossbody that sits close. Lighten the cargo: phone, slim wallet, keys, 1 tissue pack, 1 snack, 1 pen. Keep a small car kit or hallway basket for the extras: glasses case, water bottle, folded tote so your bag isn't a junk drawer. Walk 10 steps and pay attention to your shoulders. If they climb toward your ears, your bag is asking for a chiropractor. Let it go. It doesn't make sense to keep bossy rugs or glossy soles. You know, the ones cute, useless, and ambitious about skating. Fire them kindly. Non-slip pads under any rug that moves. House shoes with grip and a firm heel counter. If a sole feels like glass, it's a no. Put nightlights on the path you actually walk from bed to bathroom to kitchen so you're 3 a.m. Self isn't auditioning on a dark stage. Clear cords and baskets out of the aisle. Pet bowls belong in a corner, not in a hallway ambush. A clear path is not decor, it's a love letter to your future hips. It doesn't make sense to be low maintenance at the doctor. Polite isn't quiet, polite is prepared. Write your top 3 concerns on a sticky note and put it on your insurance card. Bring a 1-page list of medicines, doses, and when you take them. Speak in sentences the doctor can use. I get dizzy when I stand up after breakfast, not sometimes my head is weird. Ask, what could be causing this? And what are the options? Do nothing, try a habit, try a medicine, or test something. If you need more time, say, I want to understand this clearly. Is there a longer visit we can book? Doctors love clear, brave patients. It makes their job easier and your day safer. It doesn't make sense to live in a museum of old sizes, old bras, and old shoes. Clothes that pinch your ribs, straps that wander, shoes that lie to your ankles, they age you by the minute. Choose breathable cotton or modal underwear, a supportive bra that doesn't nag, shoes with room in the toe box and a grippy sole. If your feet changed shape, your shoes should report to duty, not hold onto memory. Tailor pants to skim your shoe, not trip you. Hem sleeves so wrists show. Switch thick, scratchy tops for fabrics that move. Comfort is not giving up. Comfort is the engine of confidence. It doesn't make sense to hoard paper that never asks about your day. Junk mail, old statements, expired coupons, stacks of magazines with the same 3 recipes. Paper guilt is heavy. Build a weekly paper power hour with tea and a timer. 3 piles: keep, act, recycle. Anything you keep gets a home. A single folder for the year's statements, a folder for taxes, a folder for medical. Put a sticky on each, what it is and what month it covers. Snap a photo of receipts you might need and toss the rest. Paper doesn't get to live on the counter because it has a story about someday. Someday is a liar. It doesn't make sense to apologize for joy. Phrases like I'm too old for that color. It's silly to care about lipstick. Or at my age I should be serious. Who wrote that rule? Not me. Wear the bright scarf that lights your eyes. Put on cream blush where your cheek still says hello. Choose frames that lift at the corners. Laugh loud at lunch. Dance small in the kitchen. Schedule delight the way you schedule mammograms. Your nervous system reads joy as resilience training, your face reads it as yes. It doesn't make sense to keep chores that punish your joints. Scrubbing the tub on your knees, hauling water in one trip, pushing a vacuum that fights back no thank you. Upgrade tools and rules. A long-handled scrubber for the tub, a light cordless vacuum that glides, 2 small grocery bags instead of one big wobble. Fold laundry on a higher counter, not bent over a bed. Put heavy pots where your arms live, not above your head. Smart is sexy. Smart also keeps your shoulders happy for hugging grandchildren. It doesn't make sense to be the family print shop and the neighborhood bank. If you're running on low battery, the answer can be not today. Practice the sentence, I can help on Saturday for an hour, tell me exactly what you need. Or, I'm cheering for you but my budget is closed for gifts this month. Or, I don't lend money, I'm happy to pay for your groceries today and you can pay me back when you can. Boundaries are not walls, they're doors with schedules. It doesn't make sense to ignore sleep and then fight mornings. Here's the boring magic. A 20-minute wind down that repeats. Lower the lights an hour before bed. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Sip a small glass of water and stop big drinking 90 minutes before bed so 3 a.m. you can stay asleep. Lay out tomorrow's shoes and a soft cardigan where your hands expect them. If you wake at 3 a.m., don't light up the house. Sip water, breathe out longer than you breathe in, peek at the nightlight path you built earlier, and let your body fall back like a cat finding a warm spot. Sleeping is allowed to be unremarkable. It doesn't make sense to be ashamed of bladder backups. Leaks are plumbing, not character. If worry keeps you home, build a quiet scaffold. Lighter sips late in the evening, pelvic floor lifts you practice at the sink, a liner or discreet protective underwear when you're out, a small zipper pouch in your bag with a spare. Carry dignity like a scarf, leaks don't get to pick your route. It doesn't make sense to fear technology like a haunted toaster. Keep only what you use, but use it on purpose. Put your most used apps on the first screen. Rename the banking alert tone to something calm. Learn 3 taps, how to silence unknown callers, how to block and report a spam text, and how to lock card in your bank app. Put Face ID or a passcode on your phone and turn off previews for codes on the lock screen. Ask a grandchild to teach you one trick over tea, then teach them how to make soup. Everybody wins. It doesn't make sense to wait until you're overwhelmed to ask for help. If the stairs feel taller this month, if the lawn has become a jungle, if the fridge is a time capsule, that's not failure, that's data. Trade a day of stubbornness for an hour of help, a handyman for grab bars and a shower shelf, a neighbor teen for leaf bags, a cleaning helper once a month for the tasks that make you sigh. If you live alone, build a small check-in rhythm with a friend every morning. Good day. Good day. Independent doesn't mean isolated, it means resourced. It doesn't make sense to eat like your 19-year-old self and wonder why afternoons feel like wet cement. Build a plate that keeps your blood sugar steady. Palm-sized protein at each meal, half the plate in warm vegetables, a spoon of healthy fat, and a small portion of gentle carbs. If beans love you but bloat you, rinse canned beans and pair with rice and greens. If dairy grumbles, try lactose-free or fortified alternatives. Keep a tiny list of breakfast, lunch, dinner options that never fight you and buy those on purpose. Food is not a morality play, it's fuel for your cheerful day. It doesn't make sense to live without a tiny money routine. You don't need spreadsheets and wall charts. You need 5 minutes on Fridays to stroll your statement, 1 calendar reminder for auto pays that renew next month, and a plan called Bill's Daily Cushion. Bills on a card you pay in full, daily with alerts, cushion in savings where a tap can't reach. Put the card lock button where your thumb can find it in 3 seconds. Keep banking on your terms and at your speed. Fear doesn't get your PIN. It doesn't make sense to pretend you don't need beauty. Beauty is not a magazine pose. It's clean lenses, soft light in front of your face, a blouse color that treats your skin kindly, a tiny dab of cream blush where your cheek still tells the truth, and frames that lift your eyes. It's steamed clothes instead of wrinkled ones that scold you. It's clean collars, fresh pillowcases, and a tidy bun that doesn't pull like a pony wants to run. Beauty is maintenance with affection. It doesn't make sense to keep secrets from people who want to love you. If you have a health scare, tell the person who would drive you to urgent care. If you feel lonely, tell a friend, I could use a walk and a chat. Are you free this week? If a memory slips, write it, ask for patience, and make the calendar your friend. Vulnerability is a bridge, not a cliff. It doesn't make sense to judge today by yesterday's mileage. The goal is not distance, it's presence. 10 minutes of joyful walk beats 30 minutes of resentful march. 3 slow heel raises while you wait for the microwave count. A stretch while the shower warms. A phone call in morning sunlight. A joke you send to your sister. A flower in a glass near the sink. Life is built from these tiny votes. Now, let's be honest, some of these things linger because they used to work. You used to be the hostess with the iron napkins. You used to wear heels that taught knees to whisper. You used to carry your family's calendar in your head. That was generous. That was a season. This is a new one. Choose tools that match your current marvelous self. Elastic laces because fingers sometimes argue. A pillbox because memory has other music to learn. Non-slip mats because you'd rather read a novel than meet the floor. Here's a pocket plan for the next week so your brain doesn't negotiate itself out of a better life. Monday, fire the bossy rug and set a nightlight path. Put house shoes with grip by the bed. Tuesday, build your doctor visit kit list of meds, top 3 concerns and questions, tuck it in your bag. Wednesday, closet 10-minute edit. 1 bra that wanders goes, 1 scratchy sweater goes, hang the blouse that makes you smile at your reflection. Thursday, paper power hour. Keep act recycle, 1 page per pile, timer on. Friday, 5-minute money stroll. Scan 7 days, flag any mystery, calendar the next auto pay. Saturday, beauty minute. Clean your lenses, steam tomorrow's outfit, lay out a light scarf that lifts your face. Sunday, joy appointment. Call a friend, schedule tea on the steps, put fresh pillowcases on the bed, and thank last week's version of you for caring. If you like a mantra for the mirror, try this. I trade heavy for helpful. I trade perfect for possible. I trade someday for today. Say it while you put on your shoes. The right shoes will say it back. Tell me in the comments which 2 things you're firing this weekend, which tiny upgrade you're inviting in. And if this felt like a breath of fresh air, share it with the friend who still keeps her best towels for guests. The guest is you. Recap you can tape inside a cabinet. Use the good things now. Lighten your bag. Fire slippery rugs. Be prepared, not quiet at the doctor. Wear comfortable, supportive clothes and shoes. Edit paper weekly. Schedule joy. Upgrade tools for chores. Sleep on purpose. Carry a calm money routine. Use simple tech guardrails. Ask early for help. Getting older isn't about shrinking your life. It's about making room for the parts that shine when you stop dragging what doesn't make sense.